Some people just do not know how to stay out of the limelight. Casey Anthony has now apparently joined that list. Rather than staying in a cloud of privacy and silence for the rest of her days that she gets to walk the earth, she has just decided to become a TikToker to advocate for human rights and women's rights. Oh, the irony. Now, in case that name is new to you, she was a mother of Kaylee Anthony, a 2-year-old child who went missing for 31 days before being found with chloroform duct taped around her mouth, wrapped in a blanket, and disposed of like garbage in the woods. In those 31 days, her mother did not report her missing and was even seen partying. She was eventually charged with the murder of her daughter. However, in the end, the prosecution failed to prove Anthony's guilt, and she was given a minimal sentence on a few misdemeanors.
As to the charge of first-degree murder, verdict as to count 1, we, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
She's been walking free for over a decade. And other than her infamous courtroom photos from 2011 when the trial happened and the countless documentaries made about her in the years following, I have not heard another word about her. Frankly, I don't think anyone has wanted to, given the prevailing theory that the prosecution botched the case and that a murderer walks free. Even if there is a chance that she is innocent, which of course there is, we still don't want to hear from her at all. It's like the facts were so bad, regardless of if she committed the murder or if she just covered up her daughter's death or if however the pieces may fall, this woman is still an objectively horrible woman. But I guess remaining in a quiet, private life no longer suits her. Here is her first TikTok. It's 3 minutes long. I'm going to play a lot of it just because I want to show you that there's a whole lot of nothing, but let's watch.
We're sweat to death. Okay.
She didn't even start yet, but I'm just annoyed because... Why am I annoyed? I'm annoyed for so many reasons. I think because it's like, okay, do I look good? Okay, is this my angle? Yes. Okay, so... Hi, guys. I mean, it's immediately like the narcissism. It spills out immediately. And I can't stand the woman. Okay. I have nothing to say, but It is so millennial of her to start it and not be ready, and then she's preparing herself. Sorry.
Saturday, March 1st, 2025. This is my first of probably many recordings on a series that I'm starting. I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011.
She's been in the legal field since 2011. And if you remember from just a few moments ago, her trial was in 2011. So I don't know if she's considering herself to be some legal expert because, she sat on trial for murder. And now she's like, I've been in the field since... That doesn't quite count. I don't know if she's a legal something now, but she did not go to law school. So whatever she's doing is... I don't even know. But again, I've been in the legal profession since... No, you haven't. And if you have, it's under horrific circumstances. So no one wants to hear your freaking crap. Okay.
In this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself and also advocate for my daughter. For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony. My parents are George and Cindy Anthony. This is not about them. This is not in response to anything that they have said or done. That's not to say that I'm not going to respond at some point to some of the things that they have said and done. The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself.
No, please do not reintroduce yourself. We don't need to know any more of you than what was very pronounced from the trial about you. Like, we know all we need to know. Sorry, case closed. Move along. Never reemerge, but you have reemerged for some reason.
I'm doing this both personally for me, but in a professional capacity.
In a professional capacity, in my car. I just don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, this woman. Okay.
My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people.
Oh, the audacity. To pretend like you are an advocate for the voiceless and your daughter is dead. I mean, if there is even a chance that this woman committed the crime, which there is, or covered up the death, it's such an insane thing to say. Like, am I being crazy? The audacity. Again, go away and never talk to the public again.
One of the main reasons that I'm doing this, there are people close to me who have been targeted and attacked recently. There are also people close to me who have had some recent things occur. And when necessary, people needed to step up, myself included.
What do you say?
So as a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for our legal community, women's rights, I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
Again, she just made a platform. Like right now with TikTok. She didn't have one. She wasn't thrust upon. Like she did become famous, whether or not she wanted to at the time. But now she doesn't need to use that platform anymore. She hasn't for years.
I am proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece, still going to keep my privacy intact. So you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy.
Why are you the one talking about this?
The Substack platform, yes, I am advertising this and publishing this on TikTok, possibly also through other meta platforms, but my intention is to separate from that and showcase even more why Substack is such an important resource for people to utilize moving forward.
When I first saw that she was making a TikTok, I thought, maybe she's finally coming clean about everything. Maybe if she's not the bad person that the world perceives her as, that she's going to lay out exactly what happened so that everyone understands, hey, I did not kill my daughter. This horrible accident happened. Then this happened. And maybe lay it all out. Would it make sense to all of us? No, probably not still, because again, the daughter was found in the woods, wrapped in a blanket, with duct tape and chloroform on her mouth. So something happened. That's indisputable. I think she's claiming that it was some accident, tragic accident. They tried to, I don't even know what she claims that it was. She never took the stand in the trial, so she actually never gave her testimony. But that would be where my mind would go. If you're advocating for the voiceless, if you want to be a human rights advocate, maybe start by telling what actually happened so that the truth and that this cloud doesn't always follow you if you were not in the wrong, which again, I say knowing that she was in the wrong about something, but regardless. But no, this is what it's about. Some random free speech talking about Substack, talking about advocating for, it doesn't even make sense. That's just infuriating. Like, what are you talking about? I thought it would be like, this is what happened. This is my story. Yeah, you haven't heard from me in a while. Well, I'm going to come clean and tell you exactly what happened. That would make sense to me. Not this. But also her first TikTok was restacking someone else on Substack saying like, the internet is making us hate people we don't know, log off, go out, talk to a real person, implying that we don't know the full story. If we don't know the story, if you are not the murderer, tell us exactly what happened to your daughter. Now the comments are off, naturally. And with over 3 million views, the video only has 27,000 likes, which I say that out loud. That even does sound like a lot of likes. She's probably loving all of those likes nonetheless. But as for reading the comments, well, that's why we have X. One person on X said, Casey Anthony preaching rights is like Hunter Biden giving financial advice. The Dems have no standards, just narratives. Someone else said, Casey Anthony, of all people, suddenly rebranding as a women's rights and LGBT advocate. The grift is real. When the checks stop coming in, the PR stunts start rolling out. Unbelievable. It is truly appalling. Someone else said, you would think since Casey Anthony's child was killed, she would become a child advocate. Instead, she's a women's and LGBT advocate. This video reeks of narcissistic guilt. That tweet is exactly spot on. Or if her daughter tragically died as a result of accidental drowning, which I believe is what the defense claimed could have happened, then she could be the most famous advocate for a very real and horrific danger of drowning among young children. Literally anything having to do with protecting children would be a fantastic place to start. Someone else said, her opinion means absolutely nothing to me. Not only should it mean nothing, she literally said nothing. I mean, just listen to her new bio under her newly formed Substack. I gotta read it like the way that she envisioned this sounds. Casey Anthony, at The Real Casey Anthony. It has been more than 16 years since my name became a household one. Everyone seems to have an opinion about me and about my life. I am an advocate, a researcher. These are my words. This is my real life. CA. Wow. Profound. It sounds like the start of some Netflix doc about a misunderstood celebrity that is like reclaiming their name. And it's all about her and her life. Again, it reeks of narcissism. Right out in the open. Also, at the real Casey Anthony. Girl, no one wants to be the real you. No one. Gosh. Again, she thinks she's this celebrity that's like, oh, I'm the real one. I'm sorry for you for that. Now, what her TikTok said in that video versus what her Substack says are very different. On Substack, she is setting herself up to be the next shining activist for free speech. I mean, none of us had that on our 2025 bingo cards. While some people are making headlines for all of the wrong reasons, I've been focused, staying on track with my health goals, and Lumen is helping me do just that. Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. I actually have one right here, guys. Here's my Lumen box, and I can show you exactly what it looks like. Ta-da! It measures your metabolism through your breath and shows you if you're burning fats or carbs in real time. And here's the thing about metabolism. It is your body's engine, converting food into fuel that keeps you going. And when your metabolism is working optimally, everything improves, from your energy levels to your sleep quality. Now, Lumen is so cool. Obviously, I have it right here. You just remove this little thing. You can breathe right into it. And there's an app that's connected to it, so it can track your breath and then ultimately your metabolism to understand exactly what's going on inside of your body when you wake up, after you eat, literally any time of day, which is so, so cool. Again, it's like a hack to see what's going on inside of your body. Another thing that I love about Lumen is just how simple it is to use. I mean, like I said, all you have to do is breathe into it and you'll get a personalized nutrition recommendations for your day. Plus, it adapts to your needs, even tracking and adjusting for hormonal changes. So if you want to take the next step in improving your health, you can go to lumen.me/Conrad to get 20% off your Lumen. That is lumen.me/Conrad for 20% off your purchase. And thank you, Lumen, so much for sponsoring today's episode. Now, speaking of things that just don't make any sense, Casey Anthony not only is trying to rebrand herself, but she's thinking that there's an audience out there that is going to listen to her, which is wild. But here's what her first post on Substack said. We are living in a time where we are told by political heads of state that we can say and do what we please, and with the help of social media, people tend to act accordingly. Unfortunately, with the current political climate, we're coming to find out that it's simply a facade. Many of us knew this long ago, but more individuals are finding out the hard way. Free speech is not truly free. Again, I'm like, why am I reading this from Casey? Why is she talking about this? Having the right to speak your piece does not give you the true privilege to say whatever the F you want. Now more than ever, your privacy and your words are not safe. Every single thing you say can be used against you, regardless of your intentions. Intentions in the eye of the law do matter. Thank you, Casey, for Law 101. Nothing about this is like incorrect, but it doesn't show her values. It doesn't show her mission. It doesn't show anything. She's just saying what everyone knows and agrees about. Thanks. We all care about free speech. Wow. A true legal advocate that we should all listen to. So simply a reminder, what you say matters, and the intention behind the things you say also matters. I really wanted to psychoanalyze this, and then I decided, no, I don't want to give her that much time in my brain, but also it's a whole lot of wow, nothing. And again, from what she said in her TikTok, what does that have to do with none of those, it doesn't make any sense. Again, the irony, what you said, what you did during your daughter being missing did play a huge part in the public perception of you, did play a huge part in your trial. So yeah, we do all know that. You, more than anyone else, should know that, and somehow you're the one telling us. The internet obviously has a lot to say about her Substack, about TikTok, about all of it. This woman said, "This is as horrific as OJ, who used to say, 'Hello, Twitter, it's yours truly.' This bitch was truly the most selfish, lying murderer, allegedly, who accused her dad of horrific things. She's a monster. I can't stomach her voice."
This tweet here that she pulled, I thought, I didn't even think about that OJ thing, but that's exactly what this is.
It feels like OJ.
It's like infamy. She's basically embracing her infamy.
She can't be tried again for this, so she can kind of say whatever the heck she wants, which is why it's like OJ. Her next grift will be writing a book called If I Did It, and make a whole lot of money and somehow stay semi-relevant in this modern society. Because it worked for OJ. As for my generation, I think I can speak with relative certainty that no, Casey, we don't want you giving any advice on our beloved social media platforms. Please, fade back into oblivion where you belong. Thank you so much for watching today's episode. If you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. And lastly, if you'd like other content, you can follow me on Instagram and X. Thank you so much and have a great day.